All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green Eagle Eye coming to you again with the Late Night with Chig, where I bring you some smooth sounds of the Late Night Chig radio. I kid. It's Late Night with Chig, where I talk to you about football, topical issues, or everything above and beyond. And to me, I know there were a couple of stories that came out today. There were a few stories that came out today. Arsene Wenger apparently has dreams to be United manager. Apparently, there's a video that dispels this particular quote. Thank you, VP, for the donation. I see you. I guess you've got your situation fixed now. Um, yeah, and but for me, actually, the bigger story, and I know it's a story that a couple of people ran with a little bit early, but actually, I wanted to talk about this supposed referendum that's taking place in the fucking Arsenal dress. Honestly, our captain situation. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't mean to kill the feel good feeling. So I know people are gonna watch this video and be like, "Oh, Chew, why are you moaning? Arsenal won their last two games." No problem. Great. I'm happy. You guys saw me on the watch along on Lee's channel, just as happy. And then I see some shit like this. So for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, you guys know that Emery, for some deranged reason, likes having five captains. Don't know why he likes having five captains. Obviously, three of those guys left last year. That was Laura Kashani, who was actually supposed to be the club captain. Aaron Ramsey, Nacho Monreal. I thought there's one more that left. But three of those guys actually left. Two of them obviously still there in Mesut Ozil and Granit Xhaka, unfortunately. They're still here. So with that, that has created opportunity. And obviously one of those three guys was the actual club captain. So there's obviously this debate now going around. It's all right, well, we need a new captain. And Emre's choice it's always been the belief that Emre's choice is Granit Xhaka. We can see it in the way he treats Xhaka. Xhaka is seeming, I don't know, I keep calling Xhaka, it always makes people laugh. Granit Xhaka is seemingly undroppable in that team. And it's frustrated the fans. The idea that Granit Xhaka could be our club captain when he is the source of most of our. It's not even just that people don't rate him. He's the source of literally most of our mistakes. How could you respect a captain that's making mistakes? Well, it seems like Emre, in some, I ain't gonna lie, some head scratching move, has decided not only does he want to keep this five captain situation, he wants to expand on it. He wants to have new candidates for the other positions. So we know that Mesut Ozil is one of them, and we know that Granit Xhaka is still one of them. So that means that there are, in theory, three spots that are open for our club captains. As dumb as that situation sounds, especially when you think one of those five captains he doesn't even rate. He doesn't even rate Mesut Ozil, but he's somehow one of our captains. It's the dumbest, most ridiculous situation that only as Arsenal fans, only we can find ourselves in. So Rob Holding announced to the world today that we had a referendum of sorts, that the players were the ones to decide, which is just fucking hell. Oh my gosh. That the players were the ones to decide who our next club captain, or I don't know, I'm guessing number one would be, and then presumably the manager would choose the rest. Mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. And they obviously gave diplomatic answers over, Granit Xhaka and Mesut Ozil and Laura Koscielny in the same interview. Now, before I ask you guys, I'm actually going to put this as a poll. I see how you like these polls, and I'm straight going into B-Tech Robbie mode. But I'm going to put this out on a poll because I'm curious to see what you guys think. Do you think that we should have Granit Xhaka? Because listen, you guys know I don't rate the kid, so I obviously don't want Granit Xhaka as captain. But I'm curious to know who you guys want. So I like interacting with you guys, and I know that's a different way of interacting. So I'm going to put this as a YouTube community post. Now, I know that there are 50 of you now watching live late night with Chig. Thank you so much for doing that. Please, please, please do stick a like on this video. Make sure you get it driven up so people notice it. And then YouTube, hopefully, because it's a bit debatable with YouTube, hopefully allow others to notice the video. So if you drive the likes up, people will notice it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a poll out where you guys will decide who you want as an Arsenal captain. Don't get me wrong, not that it will mean a damn, but I'm curious. I'm curious enough that I want to put the poll out. Where do I stand on it? Before I go into the chat and gauge where you guys stand on it, let me just quickly say where I stand on it. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I've changed my mind a couple of times on this. My initial feeling was Lacazette. To me, it made the most sense. He's well respected. He exhibits hard work. And I think for me as a captain, if I'm looking at someone, let me take away football for a second. If I'm looking at someone as a senior at work or someone who I'm going to look upon and respect at work, they've got to be someone that works hard, that leads by example, that everyone likes and respects, that, someone who you can respect their word and, in the sense that, when they speak, everybody listens. They have that sort of authority to them. Not necessarily out of fear, but they have that stature to them. Then I look at Lacazette, because to me, he exhibits everything that I love in a captain. But then I look at someone like Rob Holding, and actually, he's young, but he's not crazy young. He's 23, going on 24. Clearly very passionate. I like the idea of I've said this many, many times on this channel. Forget how big I am now. I'm a defender. So I guess I like the idea of a defender being captain. Strikers get a bit lost up there sometimes, but as a defender, you're back there, you see the whole game, you're reading the whole game. You're the one that can bark at people. And Rob Holding is a barker. Trust, my man speaks a lot. So I kind of like that idea of him being at the forefront of the team. But then there was another candidate that I'd never really considered before. But the more I think about it, the more it makes a lot of sense. And I think some of you may disagree. Some of you may agree. Hold on. Let me spit the whole bar before you guys jump on it. And that is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. When you think about it, he's well respected within that squad. My man acts like a captain, He's the person that, and I know Lacazette's done this as well, but he was the person that gave Lacazette that penalty so that he can score and lift. That's a real captain type shit. Like, you know what, brother? You got this. I need you to feel confident, feel part of this team. That I'm not come for your place. I'm embracing you to be part of this team. And then he did the exact same shit to Nicolas Pepe and said, brother, you need to score this. And this is a critical game. This is one we need to win, but I'm confident in you. The whole team believes in you. You got this. Every time someone in the squad does something good, my man is one of the first to respond. Whether it's Rob Holding, I saw he put out a post today on Insta. Uber was right there. I think who else put out posts? Tierney put out posts 2 days ago on Insta. My man was one of the first people to respond to it. It's like, my boy, my boy. You know, that kind of embrace type shit. It's a different type of captain. Don't get me wrong. It is a different type of captain, but he's someone who's purple form at the moment. Leads from the front, leads by example. Someone the whole fan base embraces, which you might not necessarily think on the first time that that's important, but actually you need them fans. I know we're a bunch of motherfuckers, but you need them fans to really embrace the captain, to really get behind the whole team, so that when the captain speaks, everybody listens. And I get the feeling Uber has that command in that team. That's his team. You know, they all seem to flock around him. He's like the popular, I'm going to use an American term here, because I know it's late, so there are probably a lot of them watching. He's like the popular jock in the team. You know, everybody wants to be around him. Popular guy at school, the cool kid at school. Without being disrespectful, he's 30 years old as well. He's an older gentleman. So he's an OG in the game. Would it be that much of a disaster for him to be captain? I'll be honest, every time I think about this, I'm liking the idea more and more. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not quite off the idea of Lacazette as captain. That's still my personal number one choice. I do like the idea of Holding being captain. You saw probably from my picture that Leno was one of the candidates. I'll be honest, I'm not keen on Leno. Just the only picture that I could get a couple of the candidates on. I'm trying to think of who else. Tierney had some captain qualities I really liked. Supposedly he's captained Scotland a couple of times. I'm pretty sure he's captained Celtic on a couple of occasions that Scott Brown wasn't there. But all of a sudden, you think, hold up, we actually have some fucking leaders. Now, don't get me wrong. I've kept it quite positive. There are some negative choices that I'm hearing being banded about as well. And I'm not just talking about Granit Xhaka, who I know is the coach's choice, and I'm not going to go into why I don't want his captain. For me, I'm just going to keep it real brief. Forget the fact I don't rate him for a second. I don't think it's appropriate to have I'd rather Mesut as captain than Granit Xhaka. Straight up. For the simple reason that you can't have a guy that makes the level of errors that he does and then make him captain. Who is supposed to look upon that and be inspired by that? No. So for me, I don't want Granit Xhaka as captain. Incidentally, just so because people are hard of hearing, I don't want Mesut Ozil as captain either, because the guy doesn't play, and when he does play, he sulks around most of the time. Another person I don't want as captain is David Luiz, people. I don't want to see that shit in the chat room. I don't want to see David Luiz as a suggestion. Please, fuck. No. Getting fucking William Gallas flashbacks here. Oh, well, Chig, he's a leader. Yeah, he also fucks up too. He's also not as good as you man gas him up to be. So please, no thank you. I do not want William Gallas 2.0 double agent David Luiz as captain. No, no, no. Having said that, maybe there's someone else I've not considered. Can Chambers do it? I don't get that vibe from him. Pepe, no. Maybe Willock. It's a bit young. I think it's a bit soon for him. I mean, he needs to establish himself in the team first before talking about him as captain. But actually, we do have fucking leaders there. We don't often show it, but there are some leaders there. But I'm curious, who would your captains be? So I'm going to go into the chat room now. I'm literally going to do this for like 10 more minutes. And then I just bounce up out of here because I've got a couple of things to do. So 10 minutes, 10 to 10. I'm out of here, right? 10 to 10. So 13 minutes exactly. Please do stick a like on this video. Almost 90 people watching. Thank you so much for doing so. Please stick a like on the video. I'd really, if it got to 50, I'd stop bitching. If it got to 50, I'd stop bitching. Yeah? All right. Let me go into the chat, see what you lot are saying. Xhaka shouldn't be starting, much less captain. Big up Ray. Ray's my guy. Mr. Anderson. Aubameyang should be captain. Where's Archie? Because I see someone said Archie, why not? Oh no, fucking hell. Archie's even padding about this Uwe as captain. I ain't gonna lie, I don't hate the idea. Hector Bellerin is one I've not considered. He's been at the club for a very, very long time. So I can see the logic. Not for me, but I can see, at least I'd much rather him than Xhaka. I'd much rather him than Xhaka in every single conceivable sense. I could definitely see the logic of Hector, for sure. Evening, G the PT. Pep let his players choose the captain. Oh, did he? Okay, I never knew that. I don't like that, though. For me, I feel like it's a bit of a weak manager move, but now that you said Pep done it, let me try and see the positive in it. I suppose if the players pick it, then they are picking someone they want and they can be inspired by. So it doesn't matter what you or I think, as long as they are inspired by him. Okay, all right. Now you said when one of the best managers in the world has done it, you have to reconsider what you think. So I can see the logic. I have a feeling players like Ozil. Ozil is popular. He is popular in the dressing room, no matter what you or I think. Like 100%, holding 1,000. Okay, Andre Harper says that. Big up to you. That's a new name. I've not seen you before. Welcome. Chig, would you make Saliba captain if we go on a long but unbeaten run? Winning choice? Hell no. Mustafi came in and we went on an unbeaten run, and I wouldn't have made him captain either. Can't make someone captain who doesn't start every game in Lacazette. That's the only doubt I have. Because you're right. That is the one logical argument I've heard someone say against the idea of being Lacazette as captain. He doesn't start every game. How can you make him captain? He gives up pens to give others confidence. But you say, I don't know if you're saying that cynically or sarcastically, Nicholas. That's a pretty big fucking deal. That's a pretty big deal. Bellerin for me is a shout. Uber's captain for me, cares about his boys. I'm trust me, I'm coming on board with the idea. I'm coming on board with it. He's not your classic type of captain figure. But the fact that all the players respect him, all the players gush over him, those are his boys. That's his team. That is his team. Lacazette should be captain because Arsenal need him. I just like the idea of Lacazette being captain because he exhibits the hard work that I want this team to do. I want this team to run about everywhere, give everything every game. Thank you, Akinna. I try. Uber carries Arsenal more than Laka. I disagree with that, Archie. No, unsurprisingly, me and Archie usually disagree. Good quality. Let Uber have it. We love him. Or Holden. See, I like the idea of maybe Uber as captain, Laka as vice, or Uber as captain and Holding as vice. That would honestly be the way I would do it. Evening, Tom. I hope you're good. Bellerin after a few games, possibly. Arsenal through and through. Okay, interesting. It's a real debate. It's an actual referendum. Shouldn't mention the word referendum. The last time I mentioned the word referendum, we got ourselves into this Brexit mess. Evening, DJ Fury. I hope you're good, my guy. Bellerin and Laka as candidates. The fans should be captain. Do you know what I mean, David? I'll be a good captain. Guendouzi, fucking hell, I didn't even. That's another one I heard bandied about a lot last week. Can understand why. For me, a bit early at the moment, but I can see the sense. I just want a little bit more consistency out of him, but I can definitely see the sense in that. 100%. Again, another one I'd rather have than Granit Xhaka. But not for me, but I could see the argument. I'm not completely dismissing it out of hand. Holding, Guendouzi, Bellerin. Bellerin is a lot more popular on this than I thought. Fucking hell. Gosh, I'm going to have to put a lot of choices then. Uber all day. So for anyone who is late arriving, just to let you know, I'm going to put a YouTube poll on straight after this that will give you guys the option as to who you would put as Arsenal captain. It'll be a YouTube poll. Because I know not all of you have Twitter and shit like that. So I'm going to make sure that I put it on a poll. And I'm very, very curious to what you guys say. Yeah, Evan, man, stop pointing that out, bro. I know. Didn't need you to point that out like that. Hotting me up in the chat. Anyone but Shaka. I subscribe to that, Ryan. You need someone that knows what it is to play for Arsenal. I don't think Ozil has it in him. James Bush, 100% agree with you. Best comment I've seen so far on this. You cannot give a captaincy to a striker because the other striker will be pissed. I don't know about that, AJ. Lacazette for captain, Holding for vice. Who else is there? Rune. I mean, I've talked about a few candidates, but I can see what you're saying. Why Uber? Most fans would have taken 80 mil for him last season. Okay. I don't know if that's a dig to something I've said in the summer or not. Because I don't know why that would have anything to do with anything. Why are young players are easily dropped out of the squad? Have to keep you on your toes, Chig. I know, my Irish brother. I know. How would people feel about Socrates as captain? Hell no. Plus, I said it before. I think Socrates will leave in the summer. I said this, by the way, this summer just gone. Because let's face it, we're in autumn now. I think Socrates will leave this summer. So I don't see the point of that. For me, for some reason, Uber seems to like the kind of person that would step aside from it. Yeah, I could see why you might say that, G to PT. He might not want all that responsibility. I think if you went with Uber, though, he would need to sign a new contract. You can't have someone who has this kind of contract, because he still has this contract situation looming over his head. So I think to announce both things at the same time, that he signed a new contract and Arsenal have given him the captaincy, would be such an amazing feel-good thing that I wish that we could make it happen. Sorry, guys. Just checking something. Can I become a mod, Chig, please? I would have holding as. I will think about it, Jack, because you're definitely a constant listener. Ask me again during my preview with Stel, Jack, on Saturday. Ask me again. So again, just for those of you who don't know, I'll be doing a preview with Man United fan Stel. And what I might try and do, and I was thinking about this today, but it depends on if he's available. I might see if I can get Claude on, because I feel like Claude and Stel would be an interesting combination. I'd be very curious to see what that combination would look like. So yes, I'm gonna attempt to do that. Vartan, thank you so much for the donation. Armband is suiting to Holding. Yeah, I agree with you. I ain't gonna lie, I liked the armband on Holding. He looked proud of it as well. Like he looked like, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie. It didn't look out of place. You know, sometimes the armband looks like it weighs heavy on people, like Ozil. It doesn't suit Granit Xhaka either, in my opinion. But it looked good on Holding. I ain't gonna lie, it looked real good. Holding is getting a lot of love in here tonight. Like I could see someone thinks actually would do it the other way around from the way I do it. Dan Sumpton says that you'd have Holding first and Lacazette as vice. Lacazette when he's available, Uber when not. Okay, so you'd have the two strikers. If Kolasinac could defend, no. Kolasinac is not captain worthy. Kolasinac is the guy that you want to back you in a fight. I'm with you there, but he ain't he's not captain worthy. Boots in the house. Big up to you, Boots. Yes, sir. Okay, still getting a lot of love in the chat. Good. I'm glad. Because I will never stop having Stel and Robbie on. They're my boys. They were one of my first. In fact, they were my first two guests on the channel. Where no one believed, they believed. So I will never stop having them on. So as long as they're prepared to come on, I will always have them on and always plug their shows. Stella. Oh, Ray, if you don't know who Stella is, I'm doing something wrong. Tune in on Saturday, you'll know who Stella is. I'll make sure by the end of it, you'll know who Stella is. But Claude and Stella, I feel like those two worlds need to clash. So I'll definitely see what I can do. Did I miss yours, VP? Hold on. VP, OT. You know what? Thank you, VP. I actually didn't realize. Thank you. So thank you so much, guys. I'm gone over the time. Please do continue to hit the like button. Look out for that poll. I'm going to put it up within the next hour or so. So look out for that poll. I'm going to leave it running for a couple of days. And then I'm going to announce when I do my preview what won that poll. My preview should be out on Saturday. Now, provided, and a moment it'll be me and Stel, provided Claude is on around at the same time, I will make sure I get Claude on as well. You guys holler at Claude for me as well and let him know that I want him on my preview. Yeah, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll be back for the preview on Saturday, the game on Monday, which I'll do a watch along on Lee's channel as normal. Then he'll come on and do the review and player ratings with me on my channel. So you know my schedule, people. Also, next Wednesday, for those UFC boxing fans, me and Ola will be dropping a show next Wednesday where we'll be talking about UFC 243. So please do not miss that. I think that pretty much covers everything. So I'm out of here. Take care. Enjoy your Thursday. Have a good weekend if I don't speak to you before that. Peace.